Hey, welcome back to English Gym, where we practice speaking naturally, build confidence, and get ready for IELTS day by day. I'm Zhang from Hanoi, and today we're heading somewhere quieter and greener. We're talking about rural life, the countryside, fresh air, and a slow way of living. Now, why are we covering this topic right after hometown? Because it's a common follow up in IELTS, and many Vietnamese learners have personal experiences or family roots in the countryside. It's also a great chance to reflect, compare, and show fluency through storytelling. Before we begin, here's a quick tip. In IELTS Speaking Part 1, don't stress if a question doesn't match your exact life. You can still give a real, natural answer. Just add how you feel or what you remember. That's what makes your English sound alive. Let's get into the questions.
Have you ever lived in the countryside?
I haven't lived there permanently, but I did spend one summer volunteering in Mang Dan. It's a small town in Kon Tum province, surrounded by pine forests. The weather was cool and refreshing, and it felt like time just slowed down in the best way.
What do you like about the countryside?
I love the peace and quiet. There's no traffic or construction, just the sound of birds and maybe the occasional rooster. It's also nice how people grow their own food and live close to nature. It feels really grounding.
What are some things people do in rural areas?
Most people farm or raise animals, but in touristy places like Mangden, they also run homestays or cafes. Some families even make handmade gifts or snacks to sell. It's simple, but it feels meaningful.
Do you think rural life is healthy?
Definitely. People eat fresh food, move around more, and sleep earlier. There's not much screen time, which is a big change. I remember feeling really refreshed after just a week in Mangden.
Would you like to live in the countryside in the future?
Maybe later on. I enjoy city life for now, the energy, the food, and the fast pace. But I can totally see myself retiring in a peaceful place one day, with a garden and a cup of tea every morning.
Why do some people prefer living in the countryside?
I think it's the slower lifestyle. People aren't in a rush all the time, and there's more time for family and hobbies. It can feel a bit isolated, but for some, that's actually the charm.
Have you ever grown your own vegetables or fruit?
Not seriously, but I helped pick strawberries in a small backyard garden when I was volunteering. I still remember how sweet they were, way better than store bought ones.
Do you think every house should have a garden?
If space allows, yes, even a few pots of herbs can make your home feel more alive. Let's go over a few useful phrases from today's answers. Refreshing makes you feel fresh and relaxed. Feel grounded. Feel calm, stable, and connected to your surroundings. Homestay, a small guest house run by a local family. Screen time, the amount of time you spend on phones or devices. Store bought, bought from a store, not homemade or grown. Try using a few of these in your next IELTS answer. And that's a wrap for today's episode of English Gym. If you found this helpful, give it a like, follow the channel, and share it with a friend who's also studying for IELTS. And remember, fluency isn't built overnight, but if you train it a little every day, it gets stronger. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next ones.